But I just wanted to get your take on Amazon's quarter. Today, they seem to care about profit margins and expenditures. When does that shift?
Well, every quarter investors are going to get nervous about it because of what happened in 2014 when margins dropped and the stock went down 25%. And so I think as an investor in Amazon, you just need to accept that this is going to be the constant needling around the story. What's most important, I think what gets missed today when the stock's down 3%, is that the two core businesses are doing exceptionally well. Their e-commerce business accelerated from 24 to 27%, which is hard to believe when you think about overall e-commerce growing at 10 to 12%. And separately, AWS grew at 42% versus 43% last quarter, so great growth across the board. But I want to get back to your question, is that profitability is always in the back of investors' minds.
Right, for today, and then tomorrow they'll see something about, as someone pointed out, the retail mall going to hell there. So we talked to James Chakmak of Manesi Crespi Hart. He's one of the 4 analysts who actually have a hold rating on Amazon. Here's what he had to say about Amazon's potential.
If the government allows the Whole Foods deal to go through, then I think that there's nothing stopping. This company, I think, could double from here to $2,000 per share, to the world's first $1 trillion company.
So his one caveat is regulatory issues. Gene, what do you think about that?
It's definitely probably Amazon's biggest issue, in part because of some of the stuff that obviously goes on between Trump and Jeff Bezos. But at the end of the day is that their market share, even though they're having these blowout quarters, is still relatively small. It's 20% of e-commerce. And if you look at total commerce, it's about 3%. So when you think about government intervention, you need to go back to the standard of care, which is, do they have a monopoly? When number one is they don't. And number two is a consumer being negatively impacted. In this case, most consumers really like Amazon. And so I think that it's good food for thought, but I don't think it's an issue around the Amazon story.